Other parts of my content expect zero profile production, and next part, the Sakura Forest Girls 2. So, let's jump into where I left all of last time. Aiyama saw something in the forest and was about to fall, and I rushed to catch her, and apparently I succeeded. Or something. Who knows? Alright, let's continue. Her arms wind about me, her chin bumping against my shoulder. She blinks, her pale eyelashes trembling, the gasps. Oh, Jaja. Ella blinks at me, her face inches apart. We're so close I can feel her breath against my skin. Did you catch me? Naturally, I couldn't hardly let you take a tumble. Oh, Jaja. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Don't mention it. I always look out for you, Ajana. So long as I'm here, what else are friends for? Oh, Aiyama, a wide grin, in an attempt to console her. The life has returned to her eyes, but she's still shaking. I'm not sure what happened exactly, but it looks like she had quite a scare. If it weren't such a clear, tranquil day, I have to wonder if she had been hit by lightning. You're so impeccable, Jaja. You really are a good friend. I hope I'm not being a burden. Of course not. You can never be a burden me, silly Aiyama. I adore you. I am curious, though. Her nose wrinkles. What happened? You were busy gathering water from the stream, but then you let out a strange cry. It sounded like you were in pain. I'm not sure what happened exactly. It is difficult for me to explain it, but I do not fully understand it myself. Did you get a sudden pain? I know you have a headache sometimes. You've always been kind of delicate, and we have been walking a lot. No, that isn't it. There's nothing physical wrong with me. I'm not in pain. It's more, Anna bites her lip. I suppose I could call it a mental thing. A mental thing? I echo Hannah's words, none the wiser to the meaning behind them. What sort of mental thing? I suppose you could call it a daydream, or maybe a vision. It felt awfully vivid. It felt as though I had been transported into another place. For a while I found it hard to distinguish reality from my own delusions. My senses were overwhelmed. That sounds pretty intense. I found. What sort of vision was this, Aiyama? It wasn't something scary, was it? It wasn't scary per se. It was more, I don't know, intense. Intense. That's not very descriptive. I'm tempted to press Aiyama for more details when I'm hit with a sudden realization. I experienced something similar myself back in the clearing full of banana trees. I was stricken by a sudden splitting headache, and then I collapsed. While unconscious, I had a strange hallucination. I thought I was lying upon a wooden altar built in the forest to this forest spirit and all the bananas. But I don't want to recall that. It was embarrassing enough enduring it once. Since then, I tried to put it from my head. Well, there will probably an extra scene though, if that's in the X-rated version. We will see when we get there. Of course, I'm not uploading that on YouTube. I'm not gonna suicide my YouTube career. Even though it's not much of a career, but I'm having fun. Did Aiyama experience something similar? I would go a long way to explain the blush upon her cheeks, not to mention her trembling. I'd like to ask her more questions about her experience, but goodness me, You girls look rather out of sorts. I trust nothing untoward happened. I recognize that voice, not to mention the laugh, long before I turned my head to confirm the identity of the speaker. It's Aiyama. She stands behind us wearing the same decoration garb she was attired in upon our first encounter. Her pale pink hair cascades over her shoulders and in gold tassels which adorn her dress shift in the breeze. She is entirely at ease. She doesn't seem at all concerned about Aiyama slush on the ground shaking. What are you doing here, Mala? I come to pay my respects to this river. I am closely aligned with the water, being where I draw most of my power, but worshipping upon its banks I can call upon the powers of the river spirits to aid me. It would be much easier if I could worship by the river which flows beside our village. But they have been barren for well over a month. It makes my duties quite onerous. So you go to tend to the banana and worship the rivers. I frown. Sounds like you have got a lot of responsibilities. Yes, indeed. I am a busy woman. A priestess' work is never done, but I must complain my work is devoted to worthy cause. I toil so that I may ensure the protection of my village and of course my princess. I would move heaven and earth itself for her sake if necessary. Oh, you sure are devoted, just like Ari. You must like Ari a lot, huh? But of course, I adore her. Now, how are you? You need any help standing, Aiyama dear? Your face looks oddly flushed, and you are trembling. Nora extends her hand to Aiyama, but Aiyama doesn't take it. She looks down at her knees, her eyelashes trembling. Thank you for your concern, but I shall be fine. I think I can get up on my own. Aiyama rises to her feet, her legs tremble, but she is able to remain upright. I rise alongside Aiyama while whipping my clothes from the grass and dirt. Then I shoot him all a sidelong look. We're fine, as you can see. You don't need to concern yourself with us. Are you quite certain? I know a few charms to reduce one's fatigue. It would, if you would require them. It'd be fine, don't worry. We don't want to take up your time. You're probably very busy. What with all this worshipping you gotta do. And Aiyama and I have our own tasks to attend to. She needs to collect water from the river and I got to catch fish. We try and finish up as soon as possible, then we can leave you to your worshipping. My, how thoughtful you are. Amala titters. I do not mind helping you, but I shall not insist upon it. Not if my services are necessary, and I would not wish to be a burden. I shall commence with my duties for the present. But first I must offer you a word of warning. What? This forest is a mysterious place. It's full of mischievous spirits, some of which may seek to lead you astray. Then they do not harm me, as I am a priestess, but you mightn't be so lucky. I ought to watch your step when you go out alone, little girls. Otherwise, you may find yourself in genuine danger. Aiyama eerie laugh sends shivers down my spine. I can't relax in her company. She unsettles me. I think Aiyama knows more than she's letting on. She's hiding something from us. But I have no idea what that something could be. I found myself on patrol duty again that night, as I was the night prior. I sit at my outpost on the edge of the village walls and scan my surroundings. The trees are dark and shadowy in the gloom, and it shifts in the lukewarm breeze. I grip my spear tight in my right hand. Its warm grooves are reassuring against my calloused palms. I won't let any slimes attack this village. I got a bit distracted last night thanks to Maya, but tonight will be different. I'm determined to take this seriously. Just you wait, you rotten monsters. I got a sharp-pointed spear here with your names on it. If slimes have names, then that is which I doubt. Do they even have anything resembling language as we humans do? They are a very interesting question. Do I doubt I find any answers? Or can I ask such things? Mess with me and I'll be the last thing you do. You have a real bad time of it, and I promise you that. Ha 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 ha. I laugh violently, though there's nobody around to hear me. If Maya were lurking behind the bushes, she'd doubtless take this as an opportunity to creep up on me. Then she'd throw her arms around my back and say something like, My, you're not only talking to yourself, but cackling too. You must miss me awfully to rant yourself so poor lonely Jaja. Ugh. I get my teeth together. Maya in my head is currently accurate to the one I know in reality. I can imagine her saying all the nonsense with ease, smiling all the while. Maya isn't here though. I glance behind my shoulder and scattered bushes, but there's nobody there. A few other guards keeping watch at the village gates, but they're been posted a little ways away. They're so small I can scarcely see them. Nobody can hear me muttering to myself. Nobody can hear my wild laughter. That's probably for the best. I don't need my sanity being called into question, but guard duty kinda boring, huh? That's I. How long have I been out here anyway? 1 hour? 2 hours? 2? I don't know, but I feel like it's been ages. Surely I should be almost at the end of my shift. I press a hand to my mouth and jaw, tears fading in my eyes. This is no good. I'm starting to get sleepy. I wish something would happen, but the village is totally dead. It's even quieter than the grave. It's a good thing there are no monsters. But this nothingness isn't all that interesting. I yawn again. I started to drift off when... Oh! I can see something at long last. It's movement coming from the village. Who would be awake at this hour? A shadowy bipedal figure is walking among tents, attired in midnight blue robes, so dark it seems like to blend in with the surroundings. The face is obscured by a hood which hides the features in shadow. If that's not suspicious, I don't know what is. My fingers tighten about my spear. Should I confront this mysterious person? What do they want? I track them with my eyes, as I would a rabbit or a deer. As they reach the wooden fence that rings the village, they slip through the gate, then cross the gentle sloping tree-lined hill. The motion seems aimless, like that of clouds. It doesn't seem like they have any particular destination in mind. Maybe they are an ordinary villager gone for a stroll to clear their head. I wouldn't be surprised if they were the case. It is a very pretty night. The stars are particularly beautiful. The person's motions may be innocent, but I feel obliged to follow them all the same. I wouldn't want them to get attacked by any prowling wolves. And there's also the chance that they're up to no good. I don't know what this person is planning, but I can't sit idle and do nothing. I rise to my feet and descend the hill upon which they've been sitting, and reach the village gates. I exit the village and crest the hill in the pursuit of the cloaked figure. Thankfully they haven't gotten all that far. They're standing on the hilltop robed in the midnight blue. The hem of the cape ripples in the breeze and the cloak obscures the head. Their back is facing me, but even if it weren't, I don't think they'd be able to see their face. Who is this, and what are they doing out here? I guess there's only one way to finding out. I come to within a few feet of them, and still gripping my spear, then clear my throat. State your purpose, stranger. What are you doing outside the village walls at such an hour? Hope you're not planning any mischief. My goodness. The cloaked figure yawns and must have been expecting to be followed, because they sound surprised. Harry? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. So, that's at least all I have for Sakura Forest Girls 2 this time. So hit like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.